not the thing.
What would Kells do?
Are we back?
Yeah.
All right.
Kells is doing something apparently.
Kells does think for a moment, but Kells isn't the type of person who would hide things. That isn't who he is. Would tell Micah would go walk up to the front of the truck and be like, all right, well, I got some news. So in the back there is something really cool. It's a sub. It's like a really cute. You know how we were in subs, like me and Kip, pretty cool subs. This is a very cool sub. Like I would like to take it, but that's the least of what's gonna happen here. The bad news is it's OTech technology. Like the people we work for, it's theirs. It's theirs. The good news. So here's what I got. There aren't any survivors, so no one saw us do this. So that's probably, there's drones and they may have cameras, but let's pretend that didn't happen. We killed those. So no living people saw us, and I had my goggles on, so maybe he couldn't get back to us if we just give this away.
Well,
we could call Casper. Yeah. Okay. No,
just
input's great.
Check. We work for Casper, who works for someone who was contracting for OTech, right?
To answer your question, you work for Casper, who works. He is the owner of Rockwell Industries, PMC, private military corporation, who is being contracted out by Militech, who is being contracted out by OTech.
So we are.
So really,
through a grand scheme of things, you may have accidentally stolen your boss's submarine. Big wig though, the one all the way up.
We don't work for him. We work for the guy who works for the guy who works for him. It's fine.
We stole Jeffrey Bezos' spaceship, but we only work in the warehouse.
Yes.
It's not even. The best part is it's not even that. It's more removed than that.
That's true. Yeah.
We work at the post office and just stole the president's airplane.
So I mean, we are pretty far removed. Yeah, that's a good point. We could just give it to him. I don't like.
What are they going to do with a submarine anyway out here?
Them? I mean, they were getting into the Brink has dabbled in the sea game once in a while. We played on jet skis, so maybe the Gammas are just looking to dominate the sea. I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't see how they're going to come blow up Beacon with a submarine, so whatever.
I mean, but this is a tasty piece of tech. So I think got a pretty solid bargaining chip. And we did kill we didn't kill any of them, but we did kill a lot of people today. And I'm out of missiles, but I'm still raring to go. So.
You talking about the Gammas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a threat.
I was about to say, you definitely stabbed a Militech soldier through his chest. That's
fine.
Why this looks so familiar.
This is fine. It's fine.
They probably didn't look familiar to Kells.
It's Johnny Neptune.
Kells has partial flick.
You stabbed Johnny Neptune through the heart. No.
So, I mean, frankly, this is your call. I don't feel like there's much value in helping Gamma. It's just going to make them use you guys again. But
yeah, well, we do have people we need to. I mean, we at least need to get the people back. Whether that's we do a brief bargain and it turns to, I mean, the three of us and Zed bleeding a lot. It's not going to be us fighting that gang. That's not going to happen. But
what if I put a bomb in the engine and once we got our people, we just detonate it remotely?
That could be cool.
I like this plan.
Yeah.
This is a good plan.
Yeah.
I don't want OTech knowing that we did in fact help someone potentially do something not so great with some of their equipment, but also I mean they did in fact do your family harm. That's not good. It's not good. So I don't want to exactly give them what they want entirely.
Yeah, I think Micah can drive in the back while I drive us there. It's probably a little bit, work on it, assess it. put a bomb inside, and then when we get to the negotiations, you can do a good talk, maybe get us something more than just our people back, and then we blow it.
Seems like a plan.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? So many. So now that you all have a secret forged in blood between the three of you, I want to say that gives you at least a link between all three of you, so you get +1 between you three.
Yeah.
You did a bad thing, and now you have to keep it a secret.
Yep.
But you roll up to the Gammas. You said you wanted to put a bomb in it.
Yeah.
I want to say you do that no problem, because you have time to do it. It takes about 2 hours to get to the Gammas from where you were. They were fortunately heading in the same direction. You go through a storm and everything, so there's no way anybody could really spy on you doing it. You roll up to the Gammas, and the Gammas, their tribe leader comes out.
Well, before we get to that, I wonder, with my customizer, I can identify and examine new or complicated technology related to my area of expertise. This is considered mechanics, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can salvage off of this, since we're not going to give it to them in working condition anyway?
I want to say you can salvage. So is it a physical piece, or is it like the idea of like the engineering idea that you get from it?
Does it have like any special technologies that I could steal in whole?
It you can't steal it, and it does have special technology. Unfortunately, it seems to be so new you can't tell what it is. You might classify it, if you were an engineer, as a black box. Just things on this thing that you don't know what they do. You're like, I've never seen something like this and stuff. It's very top of the line tech, whatever this thing is.
So I actually have the obsessive move. When I shut myself away with a problem or piece of cutting edge tech, I can make a research move. Ooh. Is there enough time to do that?
I want to say, yeah, you could probably get something out of it that way.
Okay. I'll do a research.
And you can take that information back to you when you're rebuilding your tank as your side hobby.
Yes. All right. So research is mine. That's +1. That's a 9.
9.
Again, Intel and the MC will answer my question. And because of obsessive, I may use one question to ask any question about the object of my contemplation and study. So I guess I want to know what is new about this technology that hasn't been done before.
All right.
What sets it apart?
Here's what's new about it. There's this particular submarine needs 2 drivers, and both of them need to jack into it in order to control it using their minds. This might sound familiar if you've played a certain sub thing in Cyberpunk 2077. You know how the tank that you can get in What's-Her-Face's mission? Mm-hmm. That's new tech in 2020. So nobody's ever made something like that before. So this is the first time that's ever come across. So now you can implement that into your tank.
So, sorry, one more time. 2 people jack into it?
Yep. And they basically kind of like, what's it called from Pacific Rim?
Okay, yeah, they drift together.
Yeah. And that allows them to be a lot more accurate with the vehicle and its like the mechanisms inside of it.
And was this OTech or Militech?
This was a grand scheme of things, Militech commissioned out by OTech. No, actually, this is full on OTech. This is what they do. They develop machines like this. If anything, Militech would buy a vehicle like this from OTech. That's usually how this transaction goes down.
I know where the confusion is coming from. They both ended tech, and it's very, very unfortunate.
Yep. It's because they're both tech companies.
The worst.
Yep. But yes, with that, does anybody else want to do anything before you pull up to the Gammas? Scratch and all of them are safe back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I brought my motorcycle with me too, just in case I need to have something to jack into.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and I want to say the Oh My maybe comes with, or
no, I'll send it back. I think we just need that.
Well, you guys need a way to get back.
Oh, true. Yeah. Sure,
so you probably took the Oh My. They fixed up something. They took the black car back because there was enough people that could fit in that. Or did you want the black car to look fancy when you roll up into the Gammas?
Probably that.
You can also maybe use it as another chip if you want. And they could give you something else to get home, like horses or But yeah. So you guys pull up in this white cyber truck that is fucking like bullet holes all along the side of it. Just doors hanging off on a hinge. Just you pull up and the door just falls off, and then a black car that looks pretty nice with the exception of all the blood and bullets on it rolls up too, and you see the tribe leader of the Gammas. Their settlement looks a lot more high tech than maybe you would imagine. They don't live in like what's it called? RVs and shit. They live in like what look like smart houses, like these kind of compact, smart, small houses and stuff like that. They're very much like a more ritzy nomad tribe and stuff like that. And their leader is this guy. He's got slicked back hair. He's wearing kind of like a fur vest, and he's got like big tattoos along his arms. And like he's got one cyber eye, and he kind of stands there and he sees you guys pull up, and he's like, "Hi, this is Steph."
Yeah, it is. I'll get out of the car.
All right, we're gonna have my men take a look at it really quick. He kind of motions his head, and 3 guys go up to the truck, and they start to open it to take a look at the inside. Now, how good did they look? I want. Let's see. Roll act under pressure, Micah.
Act under pressure.
Oh no.
Well.
Can I use luck?
Or, I mean, you have a moment. Zed, you could fast talk.
I do. I could. I sure could, couldn't I?
I like how if you fuck this up, you have to act under pressure.
Yeah, well. All right. Yes, I would like to try to say something along the lines of, we don't want to take up any more of your time. You don't want to take up any more of our time. We just did a lot of work for you. We just want you to go. It's obviously all there. There's nowhere we couldn't have done anything with it. It's obviously there. Just take it and go home.
Go home.
Just take it and go.
We are home.
I'm bleeding.
I'm dying.
I was dying but moments ago. Jeez. 5.
Fuck, so bad.
Can I assist?
No, it won't change
We can
anything.
both assist. How? Don't you have good? Don't you do
I
a
have
good talk?
+1. I have +1 style, but that doesn't help when I roll 3 and a 1.
You need to throw those dice in an incinerator.
They gotta go away.
Yeah, if you both help, you could bring it up, I guess, right?
Possibly do it while exposing ourselves to danger. But sure, you try.
9.
Technically, you do both have now a link.
Yeah,
so
a
that
link.
helps, right?
Is that still? Yeah, it's +1. Is that a
Yeah,
9 with your
so-
link, Mike? Mike?
Yeah.
Mine's an 8 with the link.
Okay. So we're all very liable for what happens next.
May
Yeah,
expose
so
yourself
that-
to
Yeah, so that puts it up to.
No one failed.
No, but it
7.
puts it up to a 7.
The
Everyone's
NPCs
mixed.
do it, but someone will find out. The MC will advance the appropriate countdown clock. The PCs choose 1.
We're not dealing with PCs though.
Oh, yeah, you're not dealing with it. Then it's up to them.
Someone's gonna find out, and I don't like who the possibilities are.
You see, there's 3 guys that go into the back. 2 of them just kind of hear you say all this, and they're just like, yeah, you know what, it's here. Like, we see it, it's fine. One of them goes, hey, guys, I think, and then they're just like, no, it's here. It's here, it's fine. We're fine. You know what? I just want them out of my camp. They got us the goods, it's fine. Maximilian, the tribal leader, just like, all right. Tell you what, you give us the car too, we'll give you a buggy to get home. We'll look the other way.
Look the other way for what exactly?
Look, checking to see if you fucked with anything.
Oh. No, like we didn't fuck with anything, so why would we give up our
Well,
nice
then we'll
car
just
for
have
your
to
buggy?
Take a look, won't we?
Does the buggy have guns on it? Is it armed?
No, they're not giving you an armed buggy.
we've got arms. That's just typical, man. It's just fucking typical, man. We know
For what
that.
it's worth, the black car also doesn't have arms. It's just a nice car. And that's why
Okay. How are we getting the 10 to 15 people you took from us back? How are we taking these people home?
Fine, we'll give you our van. How's that sound?
Finally.
It got them here, no problem. So it should be able to get you home, no problem.
All right, van and the buggy, because there's a lot of us, and we'll call it a day.
All right. Deal. And you see them close the truck, and somebody gets into the truck to kind of drive it to where they want to put it. And you see a van and a buggy pull up, as well as everybody, like your nomad tribe, kind of looking a little worse for wear, but not like basically like maybe they got beat up when they were being kidnapped, but like otherwise just kind of disheveled from being essentially jailed for a week or something like that. Lila immediately sees you and runs up to you, Kells, and gives you a big hug.
He hugs back, but knows this isn't like the time for a heartfelt reunion. So kind of like hugs her back, but like squeezes her hand and leads her into the buggy or the back of his motorcycle. It's not like super comfortable, but I think he would come back with her.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, and she's just like, I'm so glad. Like she's just very like happy now.
Time to go. Time to
It's
wrap it up.
gotta go.
Oh,
child.
They watch you drive off, and you see in your rearview mirrors it's just them standing, like Maximilian standing there, and he's got a group. They all start to kind of branch off to go back to their tribes or their houses or whatever they were doing for the day. You drive away, and that's all I really have for my notes.
Micah will Kells will pull up next to Micah and be like, "Is there a timer on that bomb or remote or like what's
Oh yeah, I got the thing right here. I imagine we stop after driving a little bit, just before we're out of range of the remote, and I perfectly execute the secret handshake and pass off the detonator to Kells and say, "All yours."
I think we should do it together. Put your phone on top of mine.
All right.
You did the hard work.
In the distance, you just hear. Like you're far enough away that it's not impressive.
You know they're gonna come for revenge now, but
yeah, but that'll take a while. That's a tomorrow problem.
Worth it.
And that felt good. We'll drive the rest of the way back.
Credits. No.
Credits.
So on. All right. So I want to say everybody gets back to the Brink. Anything you guys would like to happen?
I cleaned myself up. I imagine my nose was broken for most of it, ever since getting punched in the face by Hog Wild.
I seek medical attention from someone.
I'm also like, I've got a couple bullet holes that went clean through.
Yeah, I want to say some of the people you rescued are nurses, and they're helping. Basically, everybody who got abducted, they're helping them out, but they're also helping you guys out for saving their lives and everything like that. So you all get kind of patched up. I want to say by the time chapter 3 happens, you would be fully healed, of course, because I think a month is going to go by between then and now. Gunnar is like he honorarily has become a member of the Brink as just like a funny thing that the Brink thought would be funny to do. So he's not really a member of the Brink, but they gave him like this thing they say is like, oh yeah, when you wear this, you are one of us and stuff, but they've never done this for anyone. It's just, and Gunnar now has like this like moose hat that like somebody won in like a crane game one day. Yeah. It's like, oh man, thank you so much. I feel so honored to be here, man. I didn't know I'd fall in love today.
What?
But here I am, a changed man. And then Alf starts to run up to me. He's like, no.
I'd like to think we gave Alf a bandana that actually has our real logo on it, which is like 4 skate wheels on it. We tied it around him.
Alf
is a kerchief.
Actually a member.
Alf, they legit made a member.
Yeah.
Alf has the tattoo and
the tattoo.
He's hard now. He's been
Uh,
changed.
I think after everyone like is healed up for either that remainder of that day or that night, I think the next day they would have like a big bonfire celebration, as they tend to do when really any time, but especially for this.
Oh yeah, no. There's definitely a bonfire as everyone's celebrating and stuff. The return
So
and
cheese.
everything like that. There's so much cheese.
There's
They bring
always
out the
cheese.
good cheese. And the thing about cheese in Cyberpunk is that dairy is kind of synthetic nowadays, so it doesn't taste how you would imagine, but it still tastes pretty good though. Nobody's had authentic
It's
cheese
just
in
all
years.
craft slices.
It's just
Oh,
craft
oh,
singles.
God. I was thinking like dairy-free cheese, which is actually not that bad, but
Well,
craft
it's
slices
cheese,
is so much
so-
worse.
Basically plastic.
Perfect.
That's the secret, the plot twist I've been keeping from you the whole time. It wasn't the fact that you stole an OTEC submarine. It was the fact that the cheese was synthetic.
The worst. Oh God,
Mm.
craft.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a nice bonfire. I want to say, Zed, you probably take down the thing Micah told you to put up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you remembered because I would have remembered shortly after. But yeah,
You can have a moment about that if you'd like.
Yes.
yeah, my my nose is all like bandaged, and I've probably got like some stitches or something. And I come over at the cheese bonfire and tap Zed on the shoulder.
I think. I think she would just kind of reach up and like grab your. Is it like your? Did you fix your hands?
No,
It's
I only brought the
bad.
one hand, so it's just the stub of my arm because the whole interface was torn out too. I have spares, but that hand is gone.
So that was your grapple hand. That's so sad.
Yeah, it was my grapple. I'm gonna need to replace that. That was the useful one.
Yeah. She would look up at you and like put down her plate of cheese and stand up.
It's a grilled cheese.
Sure is. And like nod their head over to the side. Cheese-based skater boys. Just kind of out of the way a little bit. Once they're like a little bit of ways away, she'll just kind of cross her arms and turn towards you and say, you know, for someone who claims to not have a whole lot of love for corpos, you seem to carry a lot of corpo something with you.
And you think the two are unrelated?
No, it's just very interesting what might those two things have in common.
Well, I'm alive, so that's a plus for now. If I could have that chip back and you can deactivate the alarm.
What if I don't, though?
Bad things would happen.
What? Micah, I know that we are working for a corporation that is disgusting at the very least. And we are
Well, they all
constantly-
are.
Right. That we are constantly in danger at one point or another. But if you have some sort of secret that you are keeping, granted, secrets are fine. But if it is going to put the rest of Beacon Apartments in danger, I think it's something that I should have some sort of inkling about.
As long as it remains a secret, there's no danger.
Well, then make sure it stays a secret. And she'll hand you the drive.
I've done nothing else for a long time. Thanks, though. You make any copies?
Would you believe me if I said no?
Nah.
Would you do anything if I said yes?
I'd ask you to delete them.
I'll just shrug.
It's complicated. I'm sure I don't have to explain that, but as long as I'm alive and those are kept secret, it's fine. But if either of those changes, the other changes too. Does that make sense?
Absolutely not.
That's fine. Just be careful with being too curious. Anyway, cheese awaits. And I'll wander off.
After a moment, I shall also wander back to my grilled cheese.
Kells, you and Lila and Scratch are hanging out by the bonfire. Everybody's like cheering and having a good time. Scratch is like, man, that was crazy. Shame about Wedge, though. The only one named after the cheese we have here.
Wait, didn't Biggs die? Wait, what happened to Wedge? I thought Biggs died.
It was Biggs. I always get the two mixed up. They hang out together. Well, they don't anymore because one of them's dead.
Yeah, that was a high cost, but yeah, and we'll create a. How do we bury our dead here? I don't remember.
Well, we usually put them inside of a car and then burn the car.
Yeah. Well, that's not gonna work this time.
We usually push.
You put a
that car
brick
into
on the
ocean.
accelerator too.
Yeah, we have it shoot off over Big Sur, and it just kind of goes into the ocean.
We'll have to.
On
We'll create
fire.
some.
It's
we'll
cool
create
as
some-
shit.
Yeah, that's right. It is cool as shit. I miss it. We don't have a body, so I guess we'll I don't know, make some sort of.
Oh, I want to say you guys were able to.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hopefully the Gammas will either back off or retaliate much harder. So hopefully it's the first one.
Well, at least it's on our terms this time, and we'd know they're coming, so we'd set up for them.
Yeah, we blew him up a little bit. I know you weren't there for that, but we blew it up.
Oh
It was-
shit!
It was so cool. It was really, you would have dug it the most.
I don't. Why didn't you wait for me?
It was kind of a time sensitive thing.
You know that I have two things I love in this life, and that cheese and explosions. And if I could get both, just
That's a day.
oh, and extreme sports and skating.
Yeah, roller skating. Yeah.
I'm a complicated and deep man.
I know, Scratch. I know. But we had there was a time sensitive thing. But hopefully they'll back off.
Yeah, well, if we need you, we'll give you a call.
Yeah, give me a text.
And same for you too, bud. We're bros.
Yeah.
You're like my
Bros.
brother.
Yeah,
You know I'd be there for you if you needed me.
I know. Well, speaking of need, I feel like my two friends helped out. I know we don't have a lot of cash or anything. Is there anything we could do to for him? I know Micah digs tech and he just lost a hand. Is there anything we can come up with for him?
Yeah, I might be able to scrounge up. We have parts for a hard shell suit. Maybe we could give you that. We don't know
Sure.
when we do it. Well, maybe we'll put it on the back burner. We might have to give it to you later because if the Gammas retaliate, we'd probably want it
That's
first
true,
for a little bit.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something we could do. But I'm sure we could come up with something at a later time when I think of it.
Yeah, just
Wait, can I have a suggestion?
Sure.
So Kells has a boomerang, right? Is that kind of a common weapon?
Yeah.
Among the nomads?
Yeah,
Can I replace my grapple hand with what's essentially like a grappling hook, but as it fires, it just rapid spins like a shuriken?
Yeah, fuck, that's cool as shit. We can come up with something for that. I'm sure I can figure out how to fucking. It sounds wild, man.
Yeah, man, grapple boomerang. That sounds kick ass. Let's get on
cool. Now, how do you come up with this shit? How do you meet these people? You know? Hang on 1 second.
Cyberpunk. Well, we can make a boom. That's a tiny bottle of Tabasco. Look
So-
at that baby
So
bottle.
baby.
What a wee baby
I don't know why
Take it.
Internet
Take a
gave
shot
me
of
a
it.
tiny bottle. Take a shot of it. Okay. Where the fuck did she get? Whatever. I'm fine with this.
Said likes money information, so I'm not really sure what they're gonna want. I guess if Zed calls, I mean, give Zed your number.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, we got ways of figuring out information too from the outside, or if we can let you know if anything else comes up. I'm sure, but we got ways to reward you. I'm sure. Yeah, we could do it. Might not be money because we're not exactly rich out here.
Yeah,
but
like I said, money's not important. If you just give Zed your number as a contact, I think they.
Yeah, there's things that are more important than money, like family
and cheese,
explosions,
and bonfires.
Thrill of the skate.
Yeah, I think he would spend the better part after establishing how his friends are going to be compensated for this. I think he would spend the better part of the night partying, eating cheese, going on the half pipe with skates.
Yeah.
Drone racing.
Lila. How does Lila fit into any of this?
I think he would spend the better part of the night doing that till it got to like 3 a.m. and he was just exhausted.
Is Lila just as much of a skater as the rest of you? I understand. Yeah, right?
Yeah. She does extreme what is the razor scooter stuff. She fucking kills it on a razor scooter. And its points are sharpened on both sides, so it is a blade as well.
That's like literal razor.
Literal razor scooter.
Literal razor scooter.
And she comes up to you after, like, when you guys have a moment to kind of be alone. She's like, "What's up, bro? How's it going?"
It's going. It's fucking going. How was I mean, I'm not gonna ask how being captured was. I'm sure it was horrendous.
It wasn't great. It was definitely the stupidest shit I've ever had to deal with. I hated every minute of it for sure.
Yeah. Next time, just bring more guns, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you make it sound so easy, but that's fucking rad. It's hard to do.
I actually don't have any guns on me right now. I have a drone.
Were you thinking about staying for a while this time, or
just tonight?
Just tonight? Oh, okay. Well, it'd be nice if maybe we could, have some time or something.
Yeah, I mean, I got tonight, and just kind of, I think, and yeah, just kind of like shrugs and half-heartedly. That's all he's got, I think, at this point.
That makes sense. They just kind of do skater shit.
Yeah.
I don't want you to say "see you later, boy." Why didn't you name her Avril?
I fucking should have, man.
God damn it! Fucking missed opportunity. Get a new girlfriend.
I have so many in my character sheet. Jesus.
New nomad girlfriend, Avril Lavigne.
I think I'm one
just
for
straight
one.
up.
Avril
Don't
Lavigne.
mince any words. Just make it Avril Lavigne. But yeah, no. So that would be the end of this side chapter. If anybody wants to do any last things before it wraps up.
I want to replace my drone.
You gotta replace your mustache.
The baby.
Hang out with mustache and make a new drone, new mosquito. But
Still the second drone too.
yeah, you gotta come up with that too.
Kells, does anyone have anything else? Otherwise, Kells can finish it. Kells will after the partying, after it finally dies down, he'll go back to the trailer with Lila and spend the night with her, and gets up very early, like before the sun actually rises, and writes a note on her desk, uncovered, and texts both Zed and Mike and says, "I'll meet you back at the apartment."
Ooh.
And the note just has one sentence. It's in how they end all of their letters to one another, and it just says, "Maybe one day."
Oh, that's sweet.
No.
With that is the end of this side chapter, which I think actually turned into a full-length chapter at this point. But we're still going to call it a side chapter. But with that is the end of Mad Kells, Cyberpunk 2020 Firestorm side chapter 2.5. With that, we'll go around and introduce ourselves and say what our favorite things was, and we'll start with we'll leave Kells for last. We'll start with Micah.
I'm James. I played Micah. My favorite moment was something that happened. It's getting late. The cheese, just the recurring cheese. I'm assuming it was a stupid throwaway line in the beginning, but now it's all we know about these people.
They're fascinating with cheese.
Maria.
James, wait though, James, where can people find things that you do, James?
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say where can they find me? Well, I hope nowhere. You can find some of what I do on goblinsociety.com, where we make and write TTRPG stuff. We're also working on a card game called Through the River and Over the Woods that I'm very excited to start doing some playtests for, maybe stream some of those. But yeah, goblinsociety.com or at Society Goblin on Twitter.
Yeah. I'm Maria. I'm on the internet these days as Happy Capster, both on Twitter and on Twitch. Tuesday through Thursdays, sometimes with James, also here on Twitch. I also play stuff on Tuesday nights on Dice Priority with Ty and other people. We play Monster of the Week, which is another Powered by the Apocalypse game. Ooh, it's very good. We're getting close to ending that, and I'm very sad about that one. What else are we doing? Tomorrow evening, Sunday evening, is the finale of the Fading Suns game that I was on WebDM Plays. That's going to be on WebDM Plays at 6 p.m. That was very, very fun to play. So go check that out if you want to. That's a cool thing that's coming up soon. My favorite moment, me as a player just wanted to, this is everything that I wanted. I wanted to just like know more about people, about these characters, and I did, and then you slayed me with one sentence, and I will never forgive you for it. I loved it. I love the secrets and the sappiness, and it's very good. Whoever, Ty or Dave, I don't know. It's Ty.
I guess
Yeah.
you, because
It's
I'm
Ty.
the GM,
Running.
and I forgot
It's Ty. You can find me at Baller and Brawler on Twitter. You can also find me at Mythos Mystery Society, which is what we are here now. But we
won't be in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Dave just uploaded our Game of the Quiet Year up until podcast and YouTube. It's a 4-episode thing. We had a good time with a pretty big group of us, and we're going to be taking that world into a Cypher campaign that will be starting pretty soon. So if you want to bone up on the world ahead of time, I would recommend listening to it. I think it's going to be a fun time. Very interesting stuff. And you can also find me at Dice Priority on Tuesdays, where we are finishing up our Monster of the Week campaign that we've been playing for a little more than a year and a half. It'll be good. My favorite parts of this evening, there are a lot. I liked doing Sprawl. I think that was a much more engaging, like, things happening, pretty rapidly, situations constantly shifting was cool. Love Scratch. Scratch is my Scratch is my favorite. And then my last moment, I think, would be like out of all the people in Beacon Apartments, like Zed pulling up with a stoner and then an otter. The team of three, like not the Beacon's finest for a battle scenario, but here we are.
Absolutely not.
It could have been worse. She could have brought Rick.
I could have brought Rick. So
Yeah.
me, Alf, and Rick, all three of us together.
Yeah. And that was it for me.
Alrighty, and I'm Dave. I was the referee for tonight, or I guess the MC, because we've switched genre, or we switched books again. Pray I do not switch the book again. Down the hatch.
No, why would you do this?
Okay,
Oh,
it doesn't
no.
come out though, so I don't.
Gotta like pop it. Yeah, pop.
Alright. Man, I kind of forgot how much I love Tabasco sauce.
It's
That was
great.
delicious. I thought it was going to be funnier and I'd get the whole thing, but it was going to take all day. I'm not going to do it. So I was Dave. I'm the GM. You can find me at Mystery Mythos on Twitter. You can also find us on TikTok. You can find the Mythos Mystery Society. I think it's their TikTok name. Because the heat's catching up to me. You can find us on. This is now an episode of Hot Ones. You can find us on YouTube at the Mythos Mystery Society. You can find us on Spotify and anywhere else you can get your podcasts at the Mythos Mystery Society. And as far as my favorite moment goes, just using Sprawl over Cyberpunk was definitely more of my style of GMing. I like Cyberpunk 2020 and Red, but they're just a lot more complicated than what I personally like to do. So I like that I get to stay in that world, but I get to move it to a system I can work with. Powered by the Apocalypse is super fun to play with, and it was very much exactly what I was hoping it would be. So that's nice. I also fucking loved Hog Wild.
Yeah, that was
Cyberpunk Hog Wild
Yeah,
into this.
that was also one of my
awesome.
moments. Yeah.
And with that, we are the Mythos Mystery Society, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies! Oh my.